my thumbnail was gonna be when I was gonna do the show. It was gonna be a picture of Adam Pearce holding the NWA title, so people could put respect on his name. No respect. No respect on this man's name. It's the Scrap Daddy, Scrap Iron, Adam Pearce. I think he had the Ring of Honor title at one point. God damn it. Roman don't know who he touching.
Why is there an echo?
Oh. I don't hear an echo on my end.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Hey, hey, hey! Oh, check out the Marcus here, man. He should.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Oh! Whoa, shit! Did not see that coming. It's been a while.
You know why it's been a while? Because I am now in control again.
Oh, I have to see them. It's an old picture, too. That's not even a modern picture. We could have had it with Ric Flair or something, at least. That made it even more gross.
Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny. Hey, Hayes, and I'm once again joined by
Marcus the Grand Finale with 24 inches of blob right here in these arms. A slug's remainders. I don't know. I have nothing. But I'm good, Manny. How are you?
I'm doing great. We're running a little bit late, but it's for good purposes. For good purposes.
Yeah, but who's gonna really know? Who's really there waiting in the chat like we're a new iPhone all the time, coming in hot like that? No one actually cares if we're on time. You
say that
30 minutes late.
Well, you say that, but Chris was in the chat 4 minutes to 7 p.m. saying, I remember you guys. You do the wrestling talk thing, right? Been a few months since we talked.
Oh yes, we're gonna talk about some wrestling today. And
he also said, I legit missed you, MFers. Did you watch the additional content we made for you? That is the question I gotta ask, because I spent a lot of time editing a lot of that, and I want some instant gratification. Because I'm a needy motherfucker.
We're not worthy, Manny. We're not worthy. Thank you for all your hard work on all that, by the way. Amazing job. Like, top to bottom, I'm glad I have to cycle through all that content that we recorded of tag teams and quizzes and all that. But who knows? But we still got a lot more content coming out any day now. Any day. So... check us out. Check on us. Manny, I have an interesting theory about all of wrestling this week. All of
it. What's that?
I have come to the conclusion, and you may have seen this post in the mid-card mess. I have come to the conclusion that wrestling fans don't know how to watch wrestling anymore. Or even the modern fans don't know how to watch wrestling.
Define your answer.
That wrestling is this long... drawn out story. There's no instant gratifications. Everybody wants that instant. I want it now. Everybody sounds like Baruka from the Wonka and the Chocolate Factory or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I want it now, Daddy. I want it now. Or they don't know how to put heat on heels, or they don't know what a clean victory is. There's just so much stuff lately that I'm like. I'm going like, oh, they're calling people marks. I don't feel like they use that term correctly either. They're calling people jobbers, and I'm going like, that's not what a jobber is. You guys don't understand. Sami Zayn is not a jobber. He had mic time, and yes, he lost quickly to legendary wrestler Rey Mysterio, but it's because he was a fool, and that's why he lost. He is a dumbass, and a heel is meant to be either a dumbass, a coward, or just a overall monster or bad person. And I feel like wrestling fans do not understand that their heels need to be funny, or they need to have funny catchphrases, or that you need to cheer the heel. No, You're supposed to hate Baron Corbin. You're supposed to dislike him. I'm just saying. I'm starting off hot with a red.
I realize where that's come from as well. You've just spent an hour not being able to talk. More on that in a couple of weeks. Shout out to Ross in the chat. He will also be joining us on Tuesday to cover Monday Night Raw. And he will also be taking my place in the event that I don't have internet when I eventually move.
Yes. So, Manny's Fire is going to be the Marcus with special guest show. And
I'm going to go out with a bang.
He's going to go out cussing and saying all lives matter and everything. And we're going to have to really cancel him. And then Apple's going to have to get in. And they're going to cancel everything else too.
No, what we're basically doing is Ross is just going to be called Manny. We're not changing. We're not changing any graphics or anything. He's just going to have to go by the name Manny.
Can I tell you on TV shows, I hate and love that at the same time when they recast somebody and they give somebody the exact same character and that part you're supposed to believe that that's that previous character. I hate that because I'm like, this show is now officially dead. I can't believe they did that. They're dead to me. But I also love it because it's funny because they just let it go. Like Viv in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Like they just went on with that.
And she's by far the worst character ever as well.
She is. But she was there. They took away, like, if you're going to lose a character, at least make sure that character's kind of around, but don't, just have them linger. Yes, Ross is the new Unbim. But I'm just saying, have him around, but have him be a marginal character. Don't have him be doing prominent storyline. Don't try to get me emotionally attached to that character. I can't. You're not the real one, okay? Unvib is gone. And he married another person named Unvib, who is not as interesting.
So, you ready to kick off Smackdown?
Oh, I've been ready. Oh, man, I can't wait.
I was going to sing it like Montez Ford, but I'm not feeling it now.
Tell me. No, I'm going to do it wrong. Tell me, are you ready? Ready. That's a terrible version of that.
So, Smackdown kicks off with the Tribal Chief, who takes 4 minutes to get into the ring. 4 minutes before he even cuts his promo.
Talking about working on your own time. Damn.
I think that is officially longer than the Undertaker's entrance.
Because at least Undertaker, there's constant movement. I mean, it's slow movement like the sloth, but it is constant movement. Roman comes out late after his music, stands on the ramp, sits there, looks around and talks to Jay and Paul. Scope walks down the ramp for a little bit, stops again to pose for Pyro, and looks around again, slowly gets into the ring, pose again for double Pyro for his entrance, and just stands there, and then asks for a microphone, he can't get one. And just wait. And it's like, damn, that's half a SmackDown. And considering Raw ran out of time this week. This is showing off.
You know, I if I was a talent and one of my matches got less time because of this, I'd be furious.
If I was a talent, I would have appreciated the heel work. Like, it's very annoying waiting for somebody to say something. And then when he starts talking, it's almost as slow as Keith Lee. It's just an hour of him going, who? And him asking the same questions over and over, Manny.
Yeah, so he blames Adam Pearce for what they did to Kevin Owens last week and demands Pearce to come out. And he starts his own investigation by repeating the question numerous times. I believe that was my management style when I was doing a disciplinary. Just ask the same questions and rephrase it until you make a mistake.
Waiting for you to say. Just say the answer I want you to say. Just say it. Just say it. Because you're pissing me off. I'm asking you the same question.
So, numerous news articles stated that last week was the jumping in point for Damian Priest to get involved between Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns.
Yes.
And both of them said it didn't make sense, which I kind of agreed with.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense, and it also made sense to go, do you know what? People get buried enough. I don't think you need to go into this feud and get buried.
Yeah, and I don't see where the end would be for Priest right here. Like, Roman he's just going through people right now, and the plan is to get him to Mania. He is built as this monster who's over controlling, who's kind of running the company, and he needs Goldberg jobbers, basically. Just people that come in, just racking up the numbers.
So Ross said SmackDown is absolutely on fire right now. Roman has so many contenders for the title, I'm presuming, belt heading into WrestleMania season. I know how I reckon I know how Damian Priest was supposed to debut.
He was going to catch Owens right before he went to those tables.
No,
I got
Kevin Owens was going to come out this week and say, "Why have you always got it in for me?" And then infamy.
Oh,
Oh,
that would be so bad. That would be a segment that would live in for infamy. But it is on target.
I would remember that forever.
But I'm gonna say I enjoyed the segment with Roman Pierce, the whole tribal chief thing with Pierce, and like it was one of those like if this was a movie, it was just a boiling point until the guns were gonna start firing. He was gonna whack Adam Pierce. Like you're just waiting for him just to be like dot 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 dot, because that's how tense it was getting in there.
Yeah,
I was like, he's really about to knock him out.
So this leads into the Intercontinental title match between Big E and Apollo Crews. I thought this match was going to be bad the moment they did the double count out spot. I was like, oh no.
I did an eye roll and a groan, and I went with the Hulk Hogan line. That's why this company's in the toilet, brother. Like, I was really upset with that. Going like, what was that? Who goes for that pin other than when it's a double pin? That's my number one complaint about that.
And then it kind of turned out all right. So after that, Big E was telling him, being humble and everything, well done, you did a good job. And Apollo slapped the shit out of him, which awakened this suplex machine.
This is who I want Brian Cage to be, or anybody in Team Taz. Just this guy. Because literally he transformed into vintage Taz after he got slapped in the face.
He did about 4 belly-to-belly suplexes. They were cool.
Yeah. He looked like a he looked like Black Lesnar. Yeah, I'm going to just... I had to correct myself because I was going to say Brock, but forget it. Black Lesnar is what he turned into. And he
so if you're Black Lesnar, what's his entrance music? Is it the original Brock Lesnar music with just like rap on top of it, or drums?
It's gonna be some drums. The bass is gonna drop. And then you get the same little intro. You got a little Black Paul Heyman, which is now Malcolm Bivens.
I still want to know what that guy can do as a manager, like in WWE. So I hope what he's doing is actually going to pay off.
Who's he managing now? Who did he grab? I know it wasn't Kurt Stallion or August Gray. It was the other guy.
The other guy that I can't even remember.
I forgot his name already. But he did good in that one match with Ciampa.
We go backstage and we learn that Sonya Deville seems to be the assistant to Adam Pearce. Mm-hmm. That looks like she's going to take his job at some point. And how do you feel about that? Because I don't feel like she should be in that role. She should be working towards coming back into the Rumble.
I think it's a temporary role because I think that they don't want to just use Sonya, just have her around. And they're going to need somebody to fill in the spot for Adam Pearce, who's going to die in the next few weeks, probably. Like, I think that's where they got to. I think they have a plan. And I know it's rare for WWE to have a plan. They have an idea of where they want to go. And Adam Pearce is about to get his ass whooped. And that's pretty much what's going to happen. And I think they need somebody to fill the role, and they want to reestablish Sonya. And there's no point in having her just go into the women's division and just lose to people they're trying to build, like Bianca and, you know, Bailey and Sasha and Carmella and all that. So she would just get lost in that women's shuffle. So I feel like, you know, giving her TV time, she's going to get more comfortable on the mic. She's pretty good on the mic already. I think she'll do fine in the role, and I think that's what they were using her for.
Yeah, and that did transition into the backstage promo between Bianca Belair and Bailey.
Oh, you're confusing black people. So what's here to confuse Carmella with Sasha, not to confuse Sasha with Bianca, even though all three of them were technically using the same character, but different traits.
Which I'm really enjoying the Bailey Bianca Belair stuff. It's annoying but funny at the same time.
Yeah, Bailey is frustrating to be with, and currently, by the way, Sasha Banks, #1 wrestler in the world according to Sports Illustrated, and
bullshit.
Bailey and Steve Austin. I love your reaction. Steve Austin said Bailey is his favorite wrestler.
I
love the heel work.
I do not think Sasha Banks deserves to be #1 in that. She deserves to be top 5. She does not deserve to be #1.
It was interesting. I saw that and went, "Oh, that's shocking."
Do you think she does?
All I remember is Sasha being #1 going, interesting choice. She had a pretty good year. Maybe the Mandalorian pushed her over the edge.
I don't think. I think that's what it was. I can't remember the top 5. If you talk about the tag match, I might be able to bring it up.
Okay, so we transition to the tag match with the Dirty Dogs, Roode and Ziggler, who are wearing basically a beer money shirt, essentially, except for they replaced James Storm with Dolph Ziggler, and they're going against the Street Profits and injured Montez Ford. And I want to say, for the record, this is one of the best stories told in wrestling in a recent, that Montez sold that ankle injury throughout, that the announcers were bringing up, they don't know how Ford is going to compete tonight after sustaining a chair shot to the leg. He seemed injured, and he goes in there, he's going at, you can tell he's going at half speed the entire match. Dawkins is trying to carry him, you see him banging back and forth, and Roode and Ziggler, you see what happens, you can take advantage of an injured opponent, and they went on and pulled off the victory, and I thought a really good tag match. Like, I thought these two teams really told a really good story, and it helped out.
The problem I had with this was he did sell the leg quite a lot. However, I don't believe the Dirty Dogs, like Ziggler and Roode, did enough work on that leg in that whole match.
I think they didn't have to. They were just going for like the little moves. Like, he would gain some steam, we'd kick him in the leg. Or they're trying to make a comeback, we'll do a chop block. And then when they went for a submission, like, you didn't have to. The leg was already, as they say on the street, fucked. like we didn't have to actually do anything. And he wasn't probably going to submit for a leg submission. He was probably going to pass out for the pain as wrestlers do. So the objective was to isolate, to whatever he does, just kick him to the side. We just got to worry about Dawkins and pin Ford later.
So Ross said, can we just call them beer money now? It would finally give Ziggler a gimmick I could get behind. Isn't that copyrighted? The trademark.
Yeah, but they are a rip-off beer money, though. That's pretty much it. Instead of a cowboy, you got a rock star. The shirts are the exact same. I know I own a beer money shirt. It's the exact same logo.
Okay, so I have the top 10 according to Sports Illustrated.
Okay.
So, do you want the full top 10 or do you just want the top 5?
Let's go with 5.
So, number 5 is Kenny Omega.
Okay.
Number 4, Naito.
Okay.
3, Drew McIntyre. And number 2, Jon Moxley. And then obviously Sasha Banks at number 1.
Yeah, I'll shake this up.
Bailey is currently sitting at number 6. Io Shirai is at number 7. Kota Ibushi is at number 8. Roman Reigns is at number 9. I understand Roman Reigns being at number 9 because he was only back at Payback. And
you know,
And,
you know how? Go ahead.
And I remember the start of the year, he was just fucking around with Baron Corbin and dog food last year.
Yeah. He had a rough start. He finished strong though. I honestly would still have to put Roman in the top 5, even though it's kind of like Kawhi Leonard for the Clippers. I know he didn't play as many games as like LeBron or Giannis because he took his load management days.
Yeah.
Which he's not doing this year. He said he's going to play more. He's healthy. So I still got to put Roman in the top 5. His work has just been superior to so many people on that list. Like, I feel like Moxley is the most overrated one. Yeah, he had his title for most of the year, but it's one of the most lackluster title runs I've seen on any show, right? Like, I didn't feel like I would swap him in the top 5 with maybe either like Adam Cole or even Okada. But Okada didn't really do much this year either.
Are you keeping Sasha Banks at number 1?
No.
Who's your number 1?
I don't understand how Sasha could be number 1 and Asuka not be in the top 5. My number 1 would, I don't know. I think I'm going with, I might go with Roman. Just because of all the people in that top 5, he comes off as the biggest star. Like when I see him, that's a fucking star. Like when Roman comes out there, he commands the entire TV. Even though he wasn't there half the year.
I'm gonna put respect on Bayley. She did work in 2020.
She did. I appreciate Bayley and her work.
I would say I would say, but I would still say Sasha Banks hasn't done anything different than that she hasn't already done.
She was in The Mandalorian. She became the biggest. She transitioned out of wrestling. I think that's where they gave her the points.
Yeah, I think Bayley. I don't know if I put Bayley number 1. I'll probably put Bayley number 2. I'd probably bump up Drew because he basically held Raw together.
He is Raw. I'm disappointed Randy Orton isn't higher.
Randy Orton didn't even make the list, and Randy Orton should be on the list.
Yeah, he was one of the more entertaining wrestlers all year, whether it's him and his Edge storyline, him running, like just him existing on Raw, him and Drew are pretty much the only like bright lights of that show. So
the only person that would make my top 5 out of that list was Naito, because I am unaware of what he did all year because I don't watch New Japan as much. I watch it once a year.
It's solid, it's. Like, for me, the New Japan guy, it's hard to give them the most credit because I don't watch them. It's not an every single week kind of deal. It's not. It's once every few months, I'm going to watch one of their big shows and be like, that was great. And then you don't remember some of it. You be like, oh, man, that was tough.
Oh, yeah, and number 10 was Eddie Kingston, which I don't think... His promos may get him up there, but his wrestling, I don't think I would put him near that top 10.
No. He doesn't make top 10. He had a big impact, but nah. This list is disappointing. That's all wrestling lists are. I hate them all. I feel like everybody's wrong.
So we move on to the best segment of SmackDown.
Yeah.
As you know what this podcast is. You know what this show is. The Billy Kay Appreciation Show.
Woo! Look at that! Bang!
So Billy Kay was backstage with the Riot Squad and showing the depth of her acting by crying and all sorts.
I can only compare her acting to Lucille Ball. I don't know. I got very Lucy vibes out of this. I don't know why. I was like, that's Lucy. She's just playing Lucy. I love Lucy.
And then she tried to jump into the Riot Squad, but I don't think she was. I don't think she needs to be in the Riot Squad. I think she needs to be.
Why be a squad?
Yeah.
No.
I feel like she needs to be with Bayley.
Yeah, I don't know who she could be with. Like, I can see her with Bayley because they both have, I'm gonna say, an extreme amount of comedic energy and just I don't know, like. I guess it's charisma. I don't even know.
Billy Kay has been on TV more than Pepe and Lacey Evans.
Yeah, but who pinned Charlotte Flair this week? It was Pepe. That's the WWE's biggest pride. That was like pinning Roman Reigns. Pepe pinned Charlotte.
Charlotte.
I don't. Shar. Let's go Shar. Shar. Pepe pinned Shar with Lele help and Ricky.
So we learn that Adam Pearce has been forced or coerced into this gauntlet that we're having tonight on that night. So it kicks off with Rey Mysterio versus Sami Zayn, which was over before it started. As he said, he's got his own film crew documenting the tragedy of losing the Intercontinental Championship.
I like the documentary angle, and I can't wait for them to release that, because I know they're going to release the documentary, and it's not going to go the way Sammy wants it, and it's going to be like, how did you guys release this? Is slanted. Like, he's going to criticize his old crew about how slanted that documentary was against him, when it's just him losing. Like, because you can see them shooting the close-up of him getting beat by Rey Mysterio. Like, it's going to be a series of him losing back. I found that hilarious, and I thought it was the right move. Because we could easily get a great match between Sammy and Rey, but I enjoyed the comedy. It was going nowhere. It wasn't going to benefit nothing for them having a great match.
But then what happened was, it was the Nakamura show afterwards, and I forgot how good Nakamura was.
I don't know, man. Apparently this time of year, you know how Undertaker's can't be beat in a WrestleMania season? Like, you know how he was the undisputed streak, there's the whole thing. And Wrestle Kingdom time of year in January, Nakamura is the most invincible wrestler on the roster. Do you think
this was his Wrestle Kingdom?
Yes. He's like, guys, I could be there. Like, you know what? I'm gonna make do with this. So, but yeah, Nakamura came out. Him and Rey Mysterio had, like, everybody he had actually had a match with. They had a nice little sequence, and it felt like the Kinshasa came out of nowhere, and you were like, "Oh, that's another victory!" Like,
well, so the Rey Mysterio Nakamura was really good. I wanted to see more of it. I was in my notes. I wrote Nakamura versus Baron Corbin, surprisingly okay.
Nakamura versus Baron Corbin to me was the matchup I've never asked for in my life. Got it, and went, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't bad. It sounds like when you first hear about chicken, like when you first heard about like chicken and waffles or some weird dish that people go like, huh? They eat that? And then you try it, you go like, they're perfect together. This isn't that bad. Like, that's what you got.
And then we got Nakamura versus Daniel Bryan, which was amazing for what it was. Like, you kind of just wanted more. You kind of wanted like 25 minutes of it or something.
The only thing I compared to was, I don't remember if you remember one of the Rumbles. It was Shawn Michaels and Undertaker before. This is the year they had their match, but it's the Rumble right before. And they're going back and forth in the Rumble. Or it's maybe even be a year before. And they're going back and forth, and you're like, I really want this to be a real match.
Yeah.
And that's what I got from this. It was like, this is amazing. This is just nice. A nice little nugget and tease of what they can actually do. And Nakamura beats Daniel Bryan, which shocked the hell out of me. Really did. And they shook hands, and maybe a Nakamura face turn.
Yeah.
Or they're just fucking with people.
Well, one person I felt that was missing from this was Cesaro.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think he would have brought anything to it because they don't ever seem very high on singles Cesaro.
Yeah, I felt like this could be, in a way, a good way to transition a few people into the storyline. Like, if Daniel Bryan is, go check on your son. No, the kid is not my son. But, if they want to, Jesus, now I hear it. Normally I can't hear with the headphones. If you can have the Usos return, Shinsuke and Cesaro, and you also have KO, and, you know, you have 3 people to fight Roman Reigns and him. Oh my God. What the... Alright, I'm going out there.
It's the riots. The riots have come to you now.
You know, you can have all that going on in the feud. It's happening. They're rating a shitty place.
It's basically children trying to find love from their father.
Yeah. Love me, Daddy.
And he's in the
Love me,
top room
Daddy.
and they're climbing.
Yeah, they think he's in Tyro. He went out to get cigarettes, if you know what I mean. Later, guys. I don't need the shit. But yeah, tremendous match between Daniel Bryan and Nakamura, and the Scrap Daddy now comes out, right?
Yeah. Well, no, Roman and Jay come out first, and then Adam Pearce cowardly comes out from behind him, which I don't know why they're doing that when he was a 5-time NWA heavyweight champion.
They put no respect on his name, and even Michael Cole said he's a someone that wanted to be a WWE wrestler. He's a wannabe WWE wrestler. He wrestled for years trying to get in, wasn't good enough to get in. I was like, no respect on the NWA title. None.
And then
I feel like of all the belts in wrestling, Vince McMahon hates the NWA title the most.
I feel like he does.
Like, all over the territory. I think it goes back to the territory shit. And when you hear about the NWA title, you go, fuck that guy.
And then Roman and Jay beat them both up and then throw Pierce on top of Nakamura for the 3 count. Pierce versus Roman at the Royal Rumble for the Universal title.
I have a million questions to ask you for this. One, do you think they're ever going to reveal why Roman has so much power in which he can he can tell the the timekeeper to ring the bell, make the ref count? Do you think they're ever going to explain why he has so much power?
I don't know, but like realistically, that was a disqualification, no? When they were beating up Nakamura, they didn't actually. They rang. I'm pretty sure they rang the bell when they came out. And
the match is going on. It's a gauntlet match. The match doesn't end until the last person's been pinned. There's no intermission technically, even though they had a bunch of intermissions. They had a bunch. Every pinfall was a commercial break and an intermission. But that being said, it should be a disqualification. We're in the match.
Eric said he's the head of the table. He provides for all of us.
Oh God! In all caps too. In all caps. Which means he doesn't know how to really read. You only know your uppercase letters, huh? It's a shame. Can't do the lowercase. So, how... Yeah, it should have been disqualification. I want to know how much Roman got the power to do all this. And where do they go from here? Like... Are we really getting Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble in what I might say could be a classic?
I believe your brother and our co-host is now in a cult.
Is he in the cult of West?
He does as he pleases for our benefit.
Apparently not. Apparently everybody hates him for
it. There's still 2 weeks to the Royal Rumble, so I as Eric put as one of the answers on the quiz, which if you haven't watched, go watch it. Shenanigans. There's plenty of time for some shenanigans to lead up to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, shenanigans will always happen. One, I'm okay with Roman fighting Pierce. The whole story is Roman was upset that he couldn't pick his opponent, and the night ends with Roman picking his opponent, basically. Picking a jobber. Picking somebody that never was. And I think that, all the things that the chickens are going to come home to roost, whether you're Kevin Owens or Nakamura or whoever that he has assaulted over time, they are going to try to get the best of, and Pierce is going to have a chance.
How mad would you be if somehow The Miz cashes in during this match? Like he did give him the briefcase back.
He screws it up again?
Something along those lines.
I mean, if there was a time to cash it in, what if Adam Pearce beats Roman Reigns and he cashes in? I would be upset, happy, and going like, wow, I never saw this, thinking I was going to see this in a million years.
So Eric has once again said, you don't understand because you do not sit at the head of the table like I do. There are levels, and you aren't on those levels yet. Yeah, come back when you break 100 views.
Jesus. Him and his levels. I almost stoop to those levels.
Chris said Eric took up heavy drinking as his New Year's resolution. No, I think he's always been doing that.
I need to get back to his porn. I don't even know why he's online. This is YouTube.
Not you porn.
Yeah. Oh. So, I like this ending. I thought it was a good show. A surprise all the way through. Everything kept me on the edge of my seat, whether it was Nakamura's run or Adam Pearce getting the victory or whatnot. It was a simple show that they put together. About an hour of just matches, basically. Very small story. No women on the show, which is a shock. This is like the first time I think a WWE show has not had a women's match on it.
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't
years.
think about that then. I didn't think about it when I was watching it. The moment you brought it up, yeah, that was a bit strange.
I mean, but there was no room for it, and you know, it's fine to like not do it. Don't force anything in there that doesn't belong.
Views don't equate to the burden I bear carrying you lot.
I don't even know how to answer it. I'm sure he has a gold glove on right now. It's a jack off glove.
With a butt plug in his ass.
Oh, see, now you're getting graphic, Manny. There was one thing that he thought about him jacking off. Now he's talking about butt plugs in his ass. Imagine that image. Come on. Jesus. Oh. I don't even know what I am. Being a DSPN champion is really hard. That's a burden, all right? You carry that burden. You win the title one time, all right, Mr. Smith or Monte or Eric or whatever you go by, brother of my brother. Win the title one time, you know what burden is, all right? You never know. People come at you from every which way. I am the champ, and you need to stop claiming you're the head of the table when you don't even have a table or a chair to sit there. Your cat sits at the head of the table before you do. I've seen it. I've seen Fiasco sit at the head of the table and tell you how the house is going to be run. So don't you dare come to me with this head of the table shit. You're dead. You're dead. You'll be here next week, though, probably. But there was an uproar about this, about Nakamura deserves better and all that. But, oh, shit. Manny lost internet connection. And I am all by myself going live, I believe. I think. I honestly don't even know if I'm on the show by myself. Oh, man, what happened? So, hi, I'm live. I don't know if I'm still online. That may be the end of the show. Again, wrestling fans need to chill. Let storylines play out. Again, I don't even know if I have an audience. If I have an audience, let us know. Respond to me. So, with that being said, until next week, enjoy all the content we have on the Untitled Man Works. Go to the store for a tier. Go wherever you can. I'll see you later.
We're back.
Oh, man. That was great.
So that happened.
That was great. That was great.
So it looks like you're hosting the show from now on.
Yeah, that's what that looked like. Damn, that was crazy. Because I was just there and I didn't realize you froze. I was on a rant and doing a full promo on Eric about me being, you know, the real head of the table because I was the champ. And then I realized you weren't responding or saying anything, and I kept going like, nah, he's gonna move. And then I realized I think I'm all by myself here. And then you disappear, and I'm just there, and it's like the Smackdown report under me. And I'm just going like, I don't know if anybody can hear me, but I am saying goodbye right now and all this. And the stream was still going on. So
yeah, it wouldn't end. I had to log back in, and now we're still live.
I was blown away. It was hilarious. I didn't realize I was talking to nobody. I was going to go for hours and hours. And, like, I was getting ready to ask a question, and I was like, I don't think you're alive. I don't think Manny's there. So, yeah. So, you lost the internet connection, and Is this gonna be one of those episodes that get reissued out, or what is gonna happen?
Yeah, I might just re-edit it and just cut out that large pause and close the show.
That was terrific, though. I'm not laughing. And then Eric is like, "You feel my power," and I'm like, "What? Why is he winning? How did we let that happen?"
Beware my power.
Yeah, beware his power for what? No. So, what did we pick up now? You want to talk about other stuff? Did you watch NXT UK this week?
No, I've got to watch about maybe 6 weeks of that.
Oh, well, this week was the debut of Ben Carter.
Yeah.
Against the Irish ace Jordan Devlin for the Cruiserweight title, when I thought they were just going to give him the title. I'm about to say, oh shit, Escobar's never going to get that match.
If Eric don't come back with hair plugs, I quit.
I feel like there's no way he's ever going to do that, though. He's never going to do it.
He should hire someone to play him and dub his voice over for his return.
We should do the recasting. We should recast Eric. I know we were recasting you with Ross and calling him Manny. We should recast Eric and have like Wes. Come in. He comes in and he's like, porn.
In theory, we could have done that today with the Disman.
Yep. We could have. Disaster strikes. Calamity. But what were your thoughts after the end of the day of Nakamura, the Gauntlet, Adam Pearce main eventing, and all that? I guess we ended this strong.
It was alright. I kind of liked it. It was just very strange.
I didn't see it. It seemed like out of nowhere. It's rare when wrestling can actually surprise you. But the entire night surprised me, or the entire Gauntlet match surprised me to the key, and I was just blown away that they went that route with it. But I don't have any ill feelings to them. It seemed like they have a plan, and Roman's storyline seemed to have full control. In fact, lately it seems like he has creative control since he vetoed Priest coming up into this.
Yeah.
So, unlimited power.
This is a weird way. The show kind of just broke. I should have just ended it.
If you're gonna go back and realize I did end this show, Manny, we ended at like the 30-minute mark.
Okay, so the quickest show we ever had.
You could just throw the ad in or something in the edit and be like, "Hey, see you guys later," and be like, "Why is there only one of them? Why is there only one?" Instead, now
we re-record an ending.
Nope. This is the ending. This is how we're gonna end it. You know, the Saturday show is cursed. This never happens on Tuesday and Thursday.
It really is. I bet you will still get more views on this because it's shorter for a change.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't much. Smackdown was pretty straightforward. Like, we can go into a full discussion. I already ranted about how wrestling fans don't know how to watch wrestling. There's just so much bitching about, like, Nakamura is a Japanese legend. He should be treated like this. He shouldn't be losing. Well, you know what? They felt bad for you guys when he lost to Otis. He took that.
Yeah,
Otis
I was more annoyed that he lost to Otis clean in comparison to how Adam Pearce won. Adam Pearce winning makes more sense than Otis beating Nakamura clean like that.
Yeah, and then Otis not even being in the Gauntlet. So, you know, I was happy with everything that happened on SmackDown. I was entertained. I thought it was a great show. It was just a breath of fresh air from Raw. And, you know, with NXT and, you know, AEW having their shows, it was like, you know, this was a nice progression. This wasn't the be all end all that those shows seem to have on the line. Those are special events. This was a normal SmackDown, and we're building to the Royal Rumble, and we'll see where we go. Take your time. Roman's going to probably get suspended for killing Pierce or something of that nature, and there may not be a main event at Royal Rumble. But then again, if there is, and it's Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns, it will probably be a solid match because Adam Pearce, who's only 41, can still go in the ring technically.
He's only 41.
Yeah. He's not even that old. He's only 41. And people were like, "Oh, these old dogs coming in." I'm like, he's only 41. He's 10 years younger than Jericho. He just looks old.
That means he's younger than 3/4 of the Hurt Business.
Yes, he could fit right in the Hurt Business and be the white guy in the Hurt Business for affirmative action. He's like 20 years younger than Sting.
That's interesting.
So, yeah, he is 40. Oh, he's 42. Sorry. 42 years old. And, you know, I feel like whatever they do, this is a typical Rocky storyline. It's Apollo challenging Rocky, as in, I have no opponents, I'm going to beat this dude. And then out of nowhere, this dude's going to have stuff. They have a great story to build behind, so it never was as they're building up. He shouldn't be here. And now he's fighting for the WWE Championship. And then by the time the match happens, if they go with this match, you will be cheering for Pierce because of all the dirt Roman has done. And there may be some run-ins from Nakamura or Cesaro trying to help him out. You're going to get behind it. Roman's
it's almost like when Jay was challenging for the Universal title. We all knew he didn't stand a chance. But by the end of it, we were like, "Oh, do you know what? He might have a small chance. There's a tiny bit of a chance that they might go with this."
You still there?
Yeah.
Okay. It kind of chopped up for a bit. You froze for a second, and I was like, "Uh-oh, shit! It happened again." But
Pierce with do-rag. I want this.
Yeah. But yeah, all Roman's matches have been this. He's only fought one true person that was his equal, technically, was Drew McIntyre since he come back. When Jey Uso, he ran through Jey Uso, basically. And that was the point. But Jey Uso made you believe and gave you that feeling of like, this is an underdog story. Kevin Owens, in multiple matches, made you believe. Like in the TLC match, at moments you were like, oh shit! And you fell for it. Like, he's not going to probably win, but they take you on that ride, and Adam Pearce, the ultimate underdog, who no one knows anything about, apparently, may come back and surprise a bunch of people and give you the exact same match. I'm looking forward to whether I get the match or if they transition to Nakamura. I just know they have a lot of options that they can go with this, and I like that.
Yeah, I'm the thing with Roman, the Roman bloodline story, I don't care so much what's happening, all the moving parts in it. I'm enjoying what it is. I don't need to know what direction they're going in because, like, for everything they've done recently, they've hit. It's not like they've bombed or it's gone the wrong way. Like, everything they've done since Roman's return has been a hit, and I think that's a credit for everyone that's involved in that story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they deserve it. It's been a good show. Smackdown is a good show, and everybody in that gauntlet could have won that match, and you didn't know where it could go. Like when Rey Mysterio started, I was like, I could see Roman and Rey Mysterio, and Roman attacking him like he attacked Kevin Owens, but this time he could put hands on Rey Mysterio's family.
Yeah,
like he can attack Dominic. He can attack Buddy Murphy and Aaliyah. Well, he probably can't hit Aaliyah, but you know where I'm getting at. You can visually see him talk about putting food on their table and taking Rey Mysterio out. I can see that. I can see him and Daniel Bryan, and him taking shots at Daniel Bryan, and him being a family man with Brie and all that. Like all of these storylines of Underdog, and Daniel Bryan said, "I beat you." Or we had our matches back in the day, but now I'm ready. It's my last run. Like, I can see the stories being told. The only person, maybe Baron Corbin. Like that was the only one in the match where I was like, I think he has a chance.
I just want to know what the actual direction is with Dominic, because I don't know what they're doing with him. Like, he hasn't wrestled in a very long time. Is he still in training? Are they not happy with what he's doing? Or what's going on with that?
I don't know, but it's a nice drip. The dude, him and Miro have the same gimmick right now. They both walk around in some of the most expensive outfits I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and they have this swag like, yeah, I'm here really just to show off my outfit. Like, it's a fashion show. They show you what kind of Supreme or Louis Vuitton, Gucci, whatever they got on. And that's pretty much what's that. And I think where they're at with Rey Mysterio and Dominic, I would have liked to see. What the hell, Theory? I think they need to expand the Dusty Classic, just like they do with all their tag teams. Just make tag team a part of the promotion, and you have more tag teams. Just put Rey Mysterio and Dominic in the Dusty Classic, or Dominic and Murphy in the Dusty Classic, managed by Mysterio, and it would have worked. It would work. But no, they will not merge these tag team titles to have a credible division. Instead, they put makeshift tag team here, makeshift tag team here, because the Women's Dusty Classic, and you know, because they announced this on NXT, I know this is an afterthought, but they announced it, and you know they're going to use the main roster women. There's no way Catalina Cortez or Karina Cortez and
I don't know, they've got a big enough women's division that they could.
It's solid, but I don't think that, like, what are they going to do, Casey Express?
Why not?
That's not a good team. Indy and Candice, maybe? Oh, wait, they actually do have some teams. Raquel and Dakota. Damn it!
Yes, it's just...
I'm assuming Tony would dig up somebody. Tony Storm and whoever she could find.
Speaking of find, I still don't believe they found Dakota Kai yet.
She's still in the locker. She's still there. She's never going home.
So, there wasn't any emails to the, when I last checked at like 5 o'clock my time. I'm not going back in to check because that might just break the show completely again.
We're using basically what happened. Somebody made a phone call at Manny's house because he's using dial-up. Shut the show down. Someone made a phone call. I need the internet to stream my show. Shut up! I need to call the bill collector.
Donate to the show so I can upgrade. I can upgrade from 56k dial-up internet to I believe what they call is broadband, Marcus.
Well, you upgrade the broadband. I'm switching my AOL free trial disc out of my drive right now, so I can have access to the internet.
Something got stuck in my floppy disk drive. I'm still using a compact PC.
Insert the old dial-up sound effects and the "You Got Mail" guy. You got mail. What?
Yeah, so donate to the show. help by buying our merch at www.storefrontier.com /DSPN. And send your emails to thesharpshooters@gmail.com. And maybe next week we may read them.
Ooh.
Eric has said, does anyone have any office chair recommendations? Eric, depending on how much you're willing to spend, I may be able to help you with that because I have done extensive chair research as I prepare to buy my own.
Well, Eric, I am going to offer you this chair. I am willing to sell you the chair I use right here for $19.99. This is the best chair you can have for a podcast. When I went to the Walmart, an exclusive store called Walmart, they told me this is the best chair we have for a podcast. $19.99.
Oh, is
Can't
that
beat it anywhere.
Is that the Podcast Elite 2000?
Yeah, this is Podcast Elite 2000 Walmart Store Edition. Store brand.
Oh right, I've got a link up in Office Depot for the 3000.
ooh, the upgrade. They said that wasn't even gonna come out this year, but they fixed all the bugs.
We just had this discussion with the Disman that we don't know how to close a show. Can we hop on Skype and discuss your research? You are sitting in a chair I provided to you. Wait, he's not talking to me. He's talking to you.
He's talking to me. Yeah, this is technically his chair that I got from him that I never gave back, I think.
So you're not giving. You're holding Eric's Podcaster Pro chair hostage.
Yeah, because he said he was going to update it, so maybe I just give him his chair back.
But yeah, Eric, I'll call you after this.
He can just jump on the Skype call if he wants after the end. Like, we can end the show. Finally, you know?
I might just FaceTime ring him.
I say we end the show. Let's go. Bang! Nope.
So I've been...
Bang!
I've been Lord Manny Hayes. This has been the Untitled Manny and Marcus Show. Peace. Bye.
Billy Kay deserves better! Not Nakamura. Billy Kay. Why does she have Slammies? I don't even remember her winning.
They technically belong to the Street Profits, but she was posing with them and then claimed them as her own.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
And then there's this whole video of the Street Profits going, those are ours.
By the way, shout out to her for adding mosh pitting to her resume. Like, that helps anything.
I'm just going to go and say once again, Ruby Riot with short hair looks like a small boy called Eugene that collects rocks and minerals.
Hey, I prefer Ruby Riot with the short hair than I did with her with those shitty extensions. I tell you.
Yeah, but she still looks like a little boy that catches bugs in a net.
It's okay. It's okay. The little boy, best friend is Liv Morgan. That little boy is gonna make it. That little boy is gonna make it.
And on that note,
anyway.
Bye.